that I was holding my mirror in this hand and I just lifted the powder up to like look at myself. Oh dear, I'm tired. It's 10 p.m. Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm here today with another makeup video. I really enjoyed the last one I did, and so did you guys, apparently. Yeah, I think I just went off makeup for a while, but actually it's becoming really fun again, and I feel like I'm getting quite good at my looks. Obviously I'm not a makeup guru, I can't do loads of different types of looks, but the looks that I do on myself on a regular basis, I do feel like I'm kind of perfecting, so I of course want to share it with you guys. So today I'm going to show you like a day-to-date, no, I don't really know what to call this video actually, either day-to-date, or desk to date, or desk to dusk. Basically, I'm going to show you how I do my makeup when I'm out all day and I don't have time to go home and touch up and refresh my makeup before I go out again for the evening, whether it's to an event, a dinner, going out with my boyfriend or my friends, and I want to touch up and refresh my makeup and maybe change it up for more of an evening look. I'm going to show you how I prepare my skin and do my makeup in the morning, all the products I use to do a really long lasting look, the minimal products that I take out with me, and then how I touch up my makeup in the evening and kind of glam it up and change it a little bit. So let's get going. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here today, and don't forget to turn notifications on. Also, I have to give you guys a little disclaimer that some of the products used in this video I didn't pay for, they were gifted to me from the brand. Honestly, I can't remember which were given to me and which I bought, because most of them I've had and I've been using for a really long time, so I can't honestly remember, but it truly doesn't make any difference to you guys watching, because I wouldn't include them in this video if I didn't really like the products. Believe me, there's plenty to choose from. I have absolutely zero obligation to mention products in videos just because they were given to me. It's completely my choice what I put in my videos, but I just needed to let you know that not all of the products in this video I bought myself, some of them were given to me by the brands. Okay, now we can finally get started. So first, of course, I'm going to start with skincare. Your base and how you prep your skin is probably the most important thing for long-lasting makeup. So I'm all nice and cleansed, and I'm going to pop on some moisturizer. So this is the Clinique Pep Start Hydro Blur Moisturizer. As you guys know, I've worked with Clinique in the past because I truly love their skincare. They're just no nonsense, they work, they're not too expensive, and I like this moisturizer because it's not particularly dewy, it's quite matte, it's not oily, and it kind of just gives your skin this really nice smooth base. Next, I'm using some eye cream. I'm using the Clinique Pep Start eye cream. Again, this is really important to hydrate the eye so that your concealer doesn't crease and go all disgusting, and just make sure you guys leave your skincare to kind of sink in and absorb into the skin before you carry on with the next steps of your makeup. Next, we're still working on the base. We're going to use primer, and I'm actually going to double prime. I told you I'm very, very serious about this makeup staying all day. And the first one that I'm going to use all over my face is the Origins Original Skin Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer, and this is honestly the weirdest product. It's basically an aerosol and it comes out in like a little foam. So here's the primer. It's a little foam and it is ice cold on your skin. Like, oh my god, it is ice cold. Oh my god, I don't know why it's so cold, but it smells absolutely gorgeous. It's willow herb and it's very fresh, and it is very cooling and like calming on the skin. And yeah, I've just found this to be a really good base for makeup. I've read reviews on it that have said the same thing. So now that's sunk in, I'm going to use my Benefit Porefessional Pearl Primer, one of my favorites. This is amazing for keeping on makeup, and I'm just going to put this basically just in my T-zone on the bits of my face that get, I guess, the oiliest and where my makeup kind of tends to come off. And I'm going to dab a little bit of this under my eye as well, because again, that's a place where I'm just really concerned that I want my makeup to stay perfect. Now I have the most intense base ever. I'm going to go in with some foundation, and I'm using the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation. So this is a 2-in-1 foundation and concealer foundation. It has a kind of natural satiny finish. It's not quite matte, but it's also not dewy. The reason I didn't want to use my favourite YSL Touche Éclat foundation is because although this does have really, really good lasting power, I'd say that this was slightly better because this is a very dewy foundation. And my favourite thing about this foundation is the applicator. I love how you can apply it straight to the face rather than having to like put it on your hand and get all messy, or put it on your brush. This is just so much easier and less messy. And I'm just using my favourite Clinique brush to just blend this in. And the coverage on this is really, really nice. I'd say it was a little bit less natural than I normally wear. I usually like something a little bit more light and sheer than this. However, I think, you know, the heavier the coverage, the better the lasting power. So yeah, if I am doing like a day straight to night makeup, then I will opt for something like this over my normal like sheer sheer coverage. For concealer, I'm using the Benefit Boing Airbrush Concealer. This is quite heavy duty. Again, I just like using kind of heavier products just so that they stay put, but it doesn't have like a cakey finish or anything like that. So I'm just dabbing my little Charlotte Tilbury brush straight into the pot. And you really don't need very much of this at all. It really does the job. And then most importantly, the under eye area. I use this in the lightest shade, which is 1, just to brighten up the area and also kind of highlight the face. So I usually take this like up into my cheekbones as well. Sometimes I think highlighting brings out your bone structure even more than contouring. Having said that, I am now going to contour, and I'm using my battered old Soap & Glory Mighty Contour palette. I'm using this religiously every single day, and I just can't use anything else. It really is like my favourite thing that I've used for contouring in a really long time, probably apart from the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand and the Clinique Chubby Stick. Say they were like my top 3 cream liquid contourers, and I just prefer using cream or liquid because I just think it stays much longer than powder, which is why for contour, blush and highlight we're going to use cream liquid products. So yeah, I just dip my brush and carve it out. I just think it's so good. The colour's great, the consistency, it lasts forever, which is amazing because, you know, it's an affordable drugstore product. I just love it, and I'm definitely going to buy another one of these when this runs out. I'm also going to use a Soap & Glory blush, and this is the Love at First Blush Cheek Stick, which is gorgeous. It gives you a really nice rosy glow because it has a little shimmer in it, so it's quite glowy and it's just a really beautiful colour. I love it. No, it doesn't smell of anything. I don't know why I did that. And then I'm just going to spray a little blending brush I have and just blend that out. I think like wet brushes blend out cream products so much easier, so if you can just like spray your brush, it will just help so much. And now just highlight my face. I don't want like a really bold shimmery highlight for the daytime. That's something I prefer to add like more for a nighttime evening look. So I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. There are so many ways you can use this, but I really like to use it as a highlight because it's just so natural. And I just use my beauty blender to bounce that in, and you can see the glow straight away, but it just doesn't look like there's highlight on it. There's no colour, it completely blends in with your skin tone. There's no shimmering or like glitter particles or anything like that. It just literally looks like a natural glow. It's amazing. Next, of course, it's powder, and I had to use my favourite powder, my YSL Touche Eclat Soufflé d'Eclat. It's just the best I've ever tried. It really is. It's just so skin perfecting, like airbrushing, and it just really does make the makeup last amazingly well. And because I want my makeup to stay, I do use a ton of powder all over my face, but especially the under eye, and then the eyelid as well, and just literally everywhere, to be honest. Oh my god, I thought that I was holding my mirror in this hand, and I just lifted the powder up to like look at myself. Oh dear, I'm tired, it's 10 PM. So I've powdered my face to absolute death. I think my makeup would be terrified to budge at this point. I'm actually just gonna leave the base there looking really natural, because I feel like later on in the day, if you do want to touch up your makeup, if it's already looking glam, if you've already done more contour, more blush, more highlights, then when you go out in the evening, you're just gonna feel the same. I think you do really want to see that difference in your makeup. So yeah, try and leave it as minimal as possible, I think, for the daytime. Next is brows, and of course I'm using my Hourglass Arch Pencil. This is probably hands down the best brow product I've ever used, and honestly everyone used to be so mean to me about my eyebrows, but since I've been using this, I get so many messages and comments saying how good my brows look. And this also has a really amazing staying power as well, like it literally lasts all day. So in case you guys were wondering, I usually draw the bottom line across, and then I do little upward strokes from the middle outwards like this, and then that's literally it. I just use the brush to kind of get rid of excess product and smooth them into like a good shape. So as you can see, it pretty much looks just like my natural brow, but just better and more defined. So yeah, exactly the same, just brushing up. And that's basically that. Don't worry if they're not 100% even, because honestly I think the only people that notice that are you and internet trolls. And then of course I'm just going to set the brows, and I'm just using my trusty MAC brow set. I feel like you can always just trust MAC with stuff like this. So most people would tell you for a day to evening look to put mascara on in the morning for the day and then add lashes for the evening, most people being beauty gurus that know a lot better than me. But I'm going to tell you to do the exact opposite. I'm going to start by putting lashes on for the daytime because I personally, you guys know, I have a thing about mascara. I just don't like how it doesn't last the whole day. Your mascara never looks the same in the evening as it did when you put it on in the morning. It's either, you know, gone crumbly or it's smudging under your eyes. It just rarely looks fresh at the end of the day. Lashes, however, stay looking perfect all day long. I've lost the packet so I can't show you, but these are the Fleur de Force eyeliner lashes. These are the green ones, Fleur Loves. I literally go through these like there's no tomorrow. They are reusable, of course. I usually use them about 5 times before I throw them away, and they are just the best. They're just so pretty. They're like 3/4 length lashes. And then the final touch for my day makeup is of course lips, and I'm so sorry if you guys are bored of hearing about this, but I literally don't use any other lip liner. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Sheet in Pillow Talk. It's literally the best nude lip liner. It has such good staying power. It literally lasts all day unless you're like eating and drinking and using your mouth a lot. Then you may need to top it up like after you've eaten lunch. But other than that, it stays so well. So as you guys know, I only ever really have a nude lip, but what I do normally do is go for a bit of a lighter, pinkier nude shade for the daytime. So for my day look, I'm using Miss Kensington by Charlotte Tilbury. This is my favourite lipstick right now, and I think it's limited edition, and I've nearly run out, and I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out because it's just the perfect pinky nude. I love it. So that is my day makeup finish. I honestly have such confidence that this will last all throughout the day and I won't need to like do a new layer of foundation when the evening comes. I just need to take a few bits for touch-ups later. So I'm going to show you all the things that I can pack into a really tiny little makeup bag because I really don't like taking my full makeup bag out with me. It's too heavy and it's just too much of a fuss. So as I go through the evening makeup, I'll show you how everything I use can fit in this tiny little pouch. Also, a little hair tip that I have for going from day to night is to curl your hair in the morning, kind of how I've done now, although it has kind of dropped, but curl your hair in the morning and then wear it in a bun the whole day. If you're going to uni or work or even shopping, then your hair actually looks really cute in a bun. So I've just popped my hair up in a bun. This is typically how I have my hair all the time on a regular like day-to-day basis. I think it looks so nice and polished and elegant, but most importantly it keeps your curls looking nice for the evening. So basically if you just pop your hair up in a high ponytail and twist the ponytail round and round and then twist it round into a bun and tuck it into the hairband or use a couple of grips, then when you take your hair down in the evening your hair will be so curly and it will look amazing, like I will show you after I've done my makeup. Okay, so imagine we fast forwarded all throughout the day and now it's the end of the day coming into the evening and it's time to top up your makeup. So although it looks obviously nice and fresh now, these are the things that I would need to do to refresh the makeup. So first of all, I like to just give my face a little spray. I love this tiny little Clinique Moisture Surge spray just because it's pocket size. I think it's really important to hydrate the face after a long day because makeup can go very dry and dehydrated. So in order to refresh it, it's good to put moisture back into the skin, and then it will also help blend in the new products with the old products. So I'm just gonna give myself a little spray. And in the makeup bag it goes. I never take foundation out with me, only concealer. So I'm taking the Benefit concealer because it's nice and slimline. And then also just a small complexion brush, which I'm going to spray as well. And then I can just top up the places on my face where the makeup has come off, slipped off, faded, which is usually chin, nose, and under eye. Again, in the makeup bag they go. Now I also want to top up my powder, contour, blush and highlight, but I need minimal products. So I'm only using these 3 products for that. One brush, because this is a multitasking brush and if you use it at all different angles you can use it for all different products, but the order you use the brush in does matter. So first of all you need to use powder, and I'm using a powder just because if I put concealer back on in those places I don't like it to look greasy and shiny. I want to get that airbrushed effect just as much as I did in the morning. So I'm using the Rimmel Instafix and Matte Translucent Powder purely because it's a good powder and also again it's nice and slimline, so fits into a tiny little makeup bag. I'm just going to go over those areas that I topped up with the powder to get that nice flawless effect. Thank you very much. And then I'm using the product which is a godsend to this makeup look, and that's the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a Palette. And this is amazing because it's literally your go-to palette but on the go, minimal product touch-ups. So as you can see there's 3 eyeshadows at the top, bronzer, blush and highlight all in one. So first of all I'm going to go for the contour shade. And I'm just going to really deepen up the contour on my face for a more like glamorous evening look. Look how sharp you can make the contour. It looks so good. And then I just quickly dust off the remaining product on my arm or on my leg or on something just so I can reuse the brush. So next I'm going to use the blush shades. I'm just going to mix the 2 together, kind of on the side of the brush. So I'm just going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks. It's very pigmented. You only need a tiny little amount. And then finally, I'm using the highlight shade, which is one of my favourite highlighters. It's from the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. It's the same highlighter, and I'm just using the other side of the brush that I used the blush. And just look at the amazing glow this highlight gives you. It really is beautiful. I already feel so much more done up and glamorous than I did before, and I haven't even done the eyes yet. And just look how perfectly that just slots in to a tiny little makeup bag. I kind of have to squish the brush in a bit, but it does go in. At this point, my eyebrows will still be going strong, so I don't really need to bring any products out to top them up, but I am going to go in for the eyes. This is what's going to really transform the makeup look. So I'm going in with a little bit of brown eyeliner. This is the Bourjois Kohl and Contour Extra Long Wear Eye Pencil, and I'm just going to give myself a little winged eyeliner just to give myself a little bit more of like a sultry, flirtatious look, which will be nice if you're going on a Valentine's Day date. I don't really know what I'm doing for Valentine's Day. I presume my boyfriend's taking me out, but we haven't talked about it, so I hope he does. And then I'm also just going to tightline my upper waterline just to kind of fill the eyes out more and just give them like a deep, you know, sexy look. Next up, I'm going to add a little eyeshadow from the palette. Again, I'm just going to use the one brush because needs must. This is like a mini little eyeshadow brush. There are 3 little shades here and it's so easy. You basically start on the inner corner with this one, middle and outer, so it's just so simple. So I obviously start with the lighter shade, which I'm just going to pop on the kind of inner corner, and this really like brightens and opens up the eye. Now the middle shade, which is going kind of like the middle / outer part of the eye. The colours just blend really well together as well. They're made to go together, so they're literally perfect. And then finally, I'm going to use the tip of my brush and just dip it into the last shade, which is the smoke shade. And I'm just going to work this into the outer corner of the eye to give the definition and just, you know, polish it off. It really is the easiest thing in the world, even if you're totally rubbish at eyeshadow like I actually am. And then to complete the eyes, I'm going to add some mascara. This is the Bourjois Eye Catching Extreme Volume Mascara. And then I basically just use the tip of the brush to catch all my lashes underneath the false lashes, and it really does just bring it all together and make it look just like more glam, basically. Especially the inner corner lashes, because my fake lashes are only 3/4 length, so you never get this inner corner. And then I'm going to do the smallest coat on the bottom lashes too. You can really see the difference in the eyes. This eye just looks so much fuller and more complete. And in the bag it goes. And then for the finishing touch, it's lips. So just imagine that this lipstick came off and I'm not wiping it off. I'm going to use the same Pillow Talk lip liner that I used earlier on in the day. Like I told you, I literally barely use any other lip liner. And then for a more sultry look for the evening, I'm going to use Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk lipstick, which is a little bit of a deeper, sexier nude. It's very gorgeous and wearable. I feel like everyone would look good in this shade. And then for the last step, totally optional, but why not? It's an evening look. I'm going to add a touch of lip gloss just to make it look really nice and flirty. I feel like gloss is an evening thing. Gloss isn't really a day thing. And that was the Clinique Pop lipstick in the shade Air Kiss. And in the makeup bag they go, and we should be able to zip that up, hopefully. Ta-da! And that's all of the makeup you need to take your look from day to evening. And now for the finishing touch. We're gonna let the hair down. Let the hair down. Just brush it out. And there you go. There is your finished look for the evening. It's completely different to how you left the house in the mornings. You're going to feel like a whole new woman, ready for your date or your party. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and liked the makeup looks. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week with a brand new video.